So Gemini 3 has just revolutionized how we can create content for SEO. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can set up an automation on NA10 using Gemini 3, which is going to write super high quality blogs on autopilot. Now, this is not just a random theory. This is backed from Neil Patel. So credits to him for kind of coming up with this strategy on how to use Gemini 3.0. And I've kind of put it into an automation, and the results we got from this are by far the kind of best results I've ever seen from AI blogs. So without further ado, let me show you how the automation works. So let's go create a simple blog topic about how to milk a cow, for example. And we're going to go and set this to queued on the status. What I'm going to do now is go ahead and run this automation, and it is going to do a few different things. It's going to start with keyword research using Gemini, and this is super important. This is what you need to understand about why Gemini is smashing ChatGPT and Claude when it comes to writing blogs. Gemini has access to infrastructure that no other AI models do. It has access to everything Google knows about YouTube, about cost per click, about what people are searching, about Google Ads, everything. So when it comes to doing tasks like this, it is super important to use Gemini. So keyword research, then it goes and has a look at SERP analysis. This includes things like people also ask and what else is on the search engine results page. Then we go ahead and look what's being cited by AI. So we know that this blog post is going to rank on Google, but it's also likely to get cited by AI. The next thing we do is go ahead and pass this to OpenAI. So ChatGPT is going to write a blog post, and then it's going to go ahead and give it to Gemini for the final stage, which is going to look at all the current metadata and meta descriptions which are out there, and how can we use this to create the best meta title and meta description for our blog post. So let's have a look at what it's delivered. So you can see all the sections here. Number one is the keyword research section. And if we break this down, we've got seed keywords, we've got long tail keywords, we've got equipment and commercial keywords, question-based keywords, and comparative and niche keywords. Keyword metrics estimate, and a suggested content strategy. So again, a super deep dive into the type of keywords we should be using. And this is super important because again, with something like Claude, something like ChatGPT, we just don't get this data. Then have a look at the SERP analysis. So in a JSON format, it's going to give us the primary keyword. It's going to give us the top 10 content formats. It's going to give us all the people also ask. Is going to give us the current content gaps, the recommended H2 structure, and yeah, that's everything. So again, some really insightful stuff from the search engine results page about what content is already out there. And then we've got our AI citation section. Again, this looks at the keyword and has a look at what is currently being cited when people search this into Gemini. Again, we get a super good idea of exactly what kind of content we need to write. And with this information, we can go ahead and pass it to ChatGPT to write a really good blog post. It's going to start with the outline, which as you can imagine is just the different sections which will be in the blog post. And then we have the draft content. As always, you're going to go on ahead and read this content, but this is exactly what we're looking for when it comes to the final bit of data. And then we got this, which is the meta description. And this is going to give us a few different options for our meta titles and a few different options for our meta descriptions. Again, based on what is already out there and what is working. Okay, now let's jump into how we're actually going to build this. And again, this is going to take about 20 minutes to build. And bear in mind, when this runs, this costs about 6p per run, and also takes, as you saw there, just about 1 to 2 minutes to create a blog post. So we're going to use two different tools for this. We're going to use Airtable and we're going to use NA10. So let's start in Airtable, and what I'm going to do to make this super easy is give you all the prompts that you need. We're going to use Airtable and NA10's built-in AI to do both of these jobs. And if you would like these prompts, which are going to be super easy and speed this up for you, all you got to do is go to the school community below, which is completely free, and have a look, check it out and download these. Also, we've got loads of other kind of SEO AI automations in there, which you can download. So I'm going to go ahead here and create a new Airtable using Omni, which is their AI builder. I'm going to copy in that prompt that you should be able to get from the school community, and then it's going to go ahead and start building the Airtable. Long story short, it's going to look exactly like this. We've just got one table going with all these different sections here, which allow us to kind of have an easy front end for how we're writing and receiving the content from the blog. Next stage, we're going to go to N8N and click Build with AI. Now, N8N's AI builder is in beta. It doesn't always get it right, but for this workflow, I realized it does work quite well. So make sure you're on the latest version of N8N. And then just go ahead and check out these 10 prompts I've got here. We're going to prompt it one node at a time, and this is no problem because, to be fair, this isn't a huge workflow. And all we're going to go ahead and do is copy that first prompt and then go ahead and paste it in. You will then see in a minute that it's going to go ahead and drop in our first two nodes. We just continue that process for the rest of the nodes. So we got our first two nodes here, and then as you can imagine, we're just going to repeat for the other prompts that I've got here, and then we're going to go ahead and end up with something like this. Okay, so it's only been a short video, but I hope this is really useful. And again, the content this is producing is super high quality. So do go check it out because I think it should be really useful. Okay, thank you very much for watching and see you later. Bye-bye.